5 subtle habits that can undermine personal growth and well-being. Have you ever felt like you're your own worst enemy? Like no matter how hard you try, something's quietly holding you back from being your best self. We all have habits that sneak under the radar, slowly chipping away at our peace and progress. Today, we're diving into 5 silent habits that can ruin you. Habits that modern Stoicism, a practical philosophy from ancient thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, can help you overcome. Stoicism isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about mastering your mind to live with purpose and resilience in a chaotic world. These 5 habits are sneaky, but once you spot them, you can use Stoic wisdom to flip the script. Stick around to the end, because I'll share practical tips to break free from these traps. Let's get started with the first habit that's probably tripping you up right now. 1. Seeking external validation. First up, chasing external validation. Picture this. You post a photo on Instagram, and you're refreshing the app every 5 seconds to see how many likes you've got. Sound familiar? In our hyper-connected world, it's easy to tie your worth to what others think, whether it's social media likes, your boss's approval, or even just a nod from a stranger. But here's the problem. Stoicism teaches us that other people's opinions are outside our control. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you let likes or praise define you, you're handing over your peace to something as fickle as someone else's mood. Instead, Stoics urge you to anchor your self-worth in your own values, like kindness, effort, or honesty. Next time you catch yourself craving approval, pause and ask, am I living by my principles? That shift in focus pulls you back to what you can control, your own actions. Speaking of control, let's move to a habit that wastes way too much of our energy. 2. Dwelling on the uncontrollable. Ever find yourself stressing about the news, the weather, or that one thing you said 5 years ago that still haunts you at 2 a.m.? That's the second silent habit, dwelling on things you can't control. Stoicism's core idea, straight from Epictetus, is to focus only on what's in your power. Your thoughts, choices, and reactions. Everything else, let it go. Obsessing over global events or someone cutting you off in traffic doesn't change a thing. It just steals your calm. I used to get worked up watching the news, feeling helpless about problems I couldn't solve. Then I started practicing the Stoic dichotomy of control. I'd ask myself, can I do anything about this right now? If the answer's no, I redirect my energy to something I can influence, like planning my day or helping a friend. Try this. When you're spiraling, write down what's bothering you, then mark what's actually in your control. It's like decluttering your mind, but focusing on the right things takes practice, which brings us to a habit that's easy to overlook. 3. Neglecting self-reflection. Here's a third habit, neglecting self-reflection. Life moves fast, and it's tempting to just keep going without stopping to check in with yourself. But Stoics like Seneca were big on reflection. Every night, he'd review his day, asking what he did well and where he fell short. Without this habit, you're like a ship without a compass, drifting into bad decisions or repeating mistakes. I started journaling a few months ago, just 5 minutes before bed, noting one thing I did well and one thing I could improve. It's eye-opening. Turns out, I was snapping at people when stressed, but I didn't notice until I wrote it down. Seneca said, "When the light has been removed, I examine my entire day." Hiding nothing. That honesty helps you grow. Try this. Tonight, jot down one action you're proud of and one you tweak. It's not about beating yourself up. It's about getting better. And growth isn't just about reflection. It's also about facing challenges head on, which leads to our next habit. 4. Avoiding discomfort. The fourth habit is avoiding discomfort. Modern life makes it so easy to stay in your comfort zone. Stream another show, skip the gym, Dodge that tough conversation. But Stoics believe discomfort is where growth happens. They practice something called premeditatio malorum, imagining worst-case scenarios to prepare for adversity. Sounds intense, but it's practical. For example, I started taking cold showers, not because I love freezing, but because it builds mental toughness. When you avoid discomfort, you stay soft, unprepared for life's curveballs. Stoics like Musonius Rufus embrace challenges, even simple ones, to strengthen their resolve. Start small, say no to that extra coffee, or take a walk in the rain instead of staying cozy. These little acts teach you to handle bigger struggles with grace. Embracing discomfort keeps you sharp. But there's another habit that dulls your edge if you're not careful. 5. Overindulging in distractions. Last but not least, overindulging in distractions. We've all been there, scrolling through TikTok for just 5 minutes that turns into an hour, or binge watching a series when you meant to work on a project. In Stoicism, time is your most precious resource. Marcus Aurelius warned, do external things distract you, then make time for yourself to learn something worthwhile. Every minute spent mindlessly scrolling is a minute you're not living intentionally. I caught myself doom scrolling during a rough week, and it left me feeling empty. Stoics would say, focus on what aligns with your purpose. Try setting a timer for social media, or scheduling 1 hour a day for deep work. No phone, no notifications. It's amazing how much clearer your mind feels. By cutting distractions, you reclaim time to build a life you're proud of. Now, let's tie this all together. So it is 5 silent habits that can ruin you. Chasing external validation, dwelling on the uncontrollable, neglecting self-reflection, avoiding discomfort, and overindulging in distractions. Modern Stoicism gives us tools to tackle these traps. Anchor your worth in your values. Focus on what you can control. Reflect daily. Embrace challenges. And guard your time like the treasure it is. These aren't just ancient ideas. They're practical steps for thriving in today's chaos. Start small. Pick one habit to work on this week. Maybe journal tonight or turn off your phone for an hour. You don't have to be perfect. Stoicism is about progress, not perfection. If this resonated with you, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more practical wisdom, and drop a comment. Tell me which habit you're tackling first. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.